Hi, and welcome to Straight Shot Radio. My name is Johnny Slick, and I'm the head coach at Straight Shot Training. So far in this series, we've covered what equipment you need at home to get a good workout, how to address your nutrition while you're at home, and how to get motivated to work out at home. And you can hear the lovely birds chirping outside of the car that I'm recording in. I'm still at home. Gyms are not open back up yet, and it doesn't look like they're going to be open for at least a little bit. So we do need to continue to plan what we're going to be doing at home for our workouts, and that's what this episode is about. We're going to go over programming workouts, whether you're getting a trainer to do it for you, if you're following an online program, if you had a trainer previously and you need help from them, or if you're going to make your own program. The main thing is you need some type of workout program or routine. Now, routine doesn't mean you have to do the same thing every time or every workout or every Monday. It can be very varied in what you're doing with your program, but you do need to have some type of plan. Otherwise, you're going to be kind of just spinning your wheels, not really doing anything. It's hard to get motivated when you don't have a plan. You can end up doing way too much or way too little. You want to get some type of plan. So we're going to go over some scenarios of maybe situations you were in the gym before and how to kind of keep those up now if you haven't been, and then how you can transition back into your gym routine once the gym's open back up. So we're going to go over what to do if you were working with a trainer in person before, what to do if you were working with an online trainer before or maybe now during the quarantine, if you were following an online program, or if you're programming for yourself. We're going to cover those four topics. The fifth situation you might be in would be no program, and I want to remedy that by saying you need a program, whether that's one from a personalized program from a coach, or maybe something that your gym is putting out for you, or maybe Straight Shot, and you can give my program a try. But you need to be doing something so that you have some type of consistency in your training, and you're not just doing whatever, whenever, however. So if you were working with a trainer before, and that trainer is able to train you virtually, meaning through Skype or Zoom or whatever, I would highly suggest that. And I know it sounds awkward, and it kind of is for the first couple minutes of the session, but once you get going, I really think that you would benefit from it if you enjoyed that person-to-person coaching at your gym before all of this happened. It's still your trainer. They're still going to be giving you good verbal cues. They're still going to be demonstrating the movements. They're going to help you figure out, what to do with what you have at home. They're going to be able to make sure your form looks good. They're going to be encouraging you. They're going to have a workout made up for you. They'll take you through during that 30 or 60-minute session that you're doing with them, and it's going to help hold you accountable because you're going to have that session lined up at 10 o'clock every Monday, Wednesday with your trainer to do at home. It's going to give you some consistency in your training, and for what a lot of people are hurting for right now, some normalcy to your day by having that appointment with your trainer to do that personal training session. If your trainer's in a situation where maybe they are furloughed or they're not able to do virtual sessions through their gym, I would still contact them and say, hey, I can't wait to get back in the gym with you. I'm definitely going to continue with you. I know you can't train me right now. Could you please just forward me the last program that you wrote for me so that I can continue to try to do that at home since I'm not able to work with you? And that would be kind of like a worst case scenario, because ideally, your trainer, most trainers who are working in gyms are not going to be getting paid during their time off. So if they're not training in any sessions online, this is our livelihood. So it's something where if you can work with your trainer and they're able to work with you, I would suggest that you do so for the sake of both of you. It helps your trainer out, and it's going to help you out. It's mutually beneficial, the same as it is when you're paying for a trainer when you go into a gym. And the fact that you're investing in your health by paying for someone's knowledge and expertise and their time is going to help hold you more accountable to sticking with it. But that being said, if your trainer's not able to train you, there's not a whole lot that either of you can do about that, but the trainer still wants to help you. You just need to reach out and say, hey, can you send me my workouts? If you didn't already have access to them. All of my clients, whenever I train them, if they're going to work out on their own when they're not with me, which I encourage, them to do if they're not training with me, at least twice a week, if not more. They have access to their workouts via Google Sheets for my personal clients. And so they can always access their workouts there to do those when they're not with me. So ask your trainer. They would love to help you out. And then once gyms open back up, try to get back on that schedule you were doing with them before. Of course, it might look different. Gyms are going to look different when we come back. Schedules might look different between you and your trainer, but that accountability is why you hired a trainer in the first place. And if that's what you're struggling with right now to get onto a program, reach out to your trainer and see what you all can work out. If you were working with an online trainer before, they probably already, made your workouts work for you at home. And, they'll make your workouts work for you once you get back into a gym. It's being an online trainer myself. Even before I started Straight Shot, I was doing online training. And it's nice thing is it's easy to pivot. We figure out what you have at home, and we make your program work for you according to your goals. We pivot, and we can pivot quickly, and that's one of the advantages of being online. Now, maybe though you didn't have a trainer before, but you got an online trainer once everyone was out of gyms and you were quarantined. You didn't know what to do because you maybe didn't have enough equipment, or you had equipment, you didn't know what to do with it. It was not similar to the equipment that you used in a gym, and so you reached out for a trainer for some help. I would suggest continuing to do that. So if you were kind of gung-ho about it in the beginning of the quarantine, and maybe it's been discouraging because of how long it's lasting, keep up with those workouts with whoever your online trainer is. If you bought a program before, it's been 6-7 weeks, it's time for a new program. Go talk to them about getting another program, unless you're doing ongoing programming where you're getting new workouts every, 4, 5, 6 weeks. When gyms open back up, if you weren't working with an in-person trainer before, or if you didn't already have a routine, or you weren't already taking a class, I would suggest sticking with whoever your online trainer is when gyms open back up, because they're going to have a whole lot more accessible to them when it comes to programming options for you, and you're going to be able to continue with coaching that you found beneficial during this quarantine. Because let me tell you, if you think it's beneficial during a quarantine, it's really beneficial when you're back in a gym and you have access to more equipment and more options for you when it comes to increasing your overall fitness. So this is one of those things where maybe this quarantine helped you find that, wow, I've been doing the same thing forever. I really did need a program, and so-and-so, my coach, made this awesome program for me. I can't wait to get back in the gym and have that trainer make me another program to address my goals once I'm back in the gym and really ready to really start crushing those goals. So that would be if you were working with a trainer, online or in person, how to transition back once we get back in the gym. If you were following an online program and that program didn't allow you to do things at home, it was just a gym program, there are tons of programs. There are programs for like small box gyms and big commercial gyms and body weight only and suspension trainers like a TRX or gymnastics rings or something like that. There's tons and tons and tons of programs out there. It's funny saying this as someone who's part of the online program space. I know there's tons and tons of workouts out there, and I don't expect Straight Shot to be the only program you ever do. If you do try it and stick with me, I really hope you see the benefit in this style of training. But I'm not the only one out there. I'm sure all of you already know this. I'm not even one of the major players at all, anywhere near it. So there's tons and tons of stuff out there to fit whatever your goals are. And for the most part, I'm a fan of most of it because there are some ones out there that I don't quite agree with, and I won't get into. But you know what? If you're moving and you're staying safe, I don't have a problem with it. If it's unsafe, I have a problem with it. But if it's safe and it's a positive atmosphere, there's tons and tons and tons of online programs. Again, we've talked before in different episodes about the difference between paying for a program and getting one for free. Right now, I understand you might be struggling financially, and getting free programs maybe off of YouTube or Pinterest or something is all you're able to do right now. Again, if you're moving you're working towards your goals, and you're staying safe, that's a good program for you. It might not be the most effective. It might not meet all of the needs that you have as a human being with a complex system of systems that is your body. It might not get into all of that, but it's going to be something. And I'm a fan of doing something rather than doing nothing. If you have goals of staying active and getting fitter. So if you're following your program online, and it is a program that you really like, but it's not necessarily a home program, just modify it as you need to. Try to make the movements look as close as you can to the movements in the program. So with Straight Shot, we have modified just about everything now that you can do it with either dumbbells or barbell or kettlebells. So what I tell the athletes is, if you see the video of somebody doing a straight leg deadlift, just hold the dumbbells in the same position I'm holding the barbell. If you see me doing a barbell push press, you can do dumbbell push press. And a lot of times I'll link videos, because I link demo videos to every exercise in the program. A lot of times I'll link both videos, both a dumbbell exercise and a barbell exercise, if I think the person might have trouble figuring out what exactly it's going to look like. But for the most part, just do what you can, because again, doing something's better than doing nothing when it comes to increasing your fitness. Although that, I need to phrase that better. Doing something safely is better than doing nothing, because you could do something unsafely and get yourself hurt, and that actually is worse than doing nothing. So make sure you're staying safe. Work within your limits. Understand that these online programs are written to address 95% of the needs of 95% of the people, and that you might have to modify some things for you, and just modify that based off how it feels. If it hurts, don't do it. Always make sure that you're moving with good form. Slow things down as you need to. Do less reps, use less weight, and focus on your form first, and then gradually increase how many reps you're doing, or how much weight you're doing, or how fast you're doing the movement. If you are programming for yourself, so you're not working with a personal trainer, you're not working with an online trainer, and you're not working through an online program, you're just making up workouts for yourself. I want to give you a very, very, very quick primer into how to make workouts for yourself. First things first, more is not better. That's the first thing I always see with people making up workouts for themselves. Pick 4 to 5 different exercises, 6 tops per day. This is after your warm-ups or whatever. Do whatever you need to do in your warm-ups to make sure that everything feels good before you get rolling. When you are writing down exercises to do, if you're gonna do full body workouts, upper lower, a body part split, chest one day, back another day, legs another day. It's kind of hard to do at home right now, honestly. So I would say full body or upper lower splits are good, meaning full body workouts, or upper body one day, lower body another day. First thing is push and pull in all, or second thing. First thing is more is not better. Second thing is push and pull in all directions. So if you're going to do a push-up, make sure you're doing some type of row. If you're going to do an overhead press, try to do some type of modified pull-up or pull-down. If you're going to squat, make sure you're also hinging at the hip in like a deadlift pattern or a hip raise. Make sure you're still doing like a stepping pattern, like a lunge or a step up. When it comes to your torso, you want to make sure you stabilize in all directions. So we're talking, planks and side planks. Carrying items will help you strengthen up the back side, especially if you're holding items in the front of your body. Carrying them, that will help you build up the back side of your core. Then for a movement at the hips and the core, you want to make sure that you rotate, so twisting exercises, and flex at the hip. So that would be like your V-ups or leg raises. And you want to do these in a variety of directions. So make sure that you're working, forward and backwards / up and down. You also want to do some exercises where you're going side to side, and also some exercises where you're rotating in some capacity. Then as for reps, it should be difficult, but if you're going for just general fitness, it should be difficult between maybe 8 and 12 repetitions. And if you can go up in weight, if you hit 12 reps, go ahead and go up in weight if you're able to. If you can barely hit 8, maybe go down in weight if you have access to it. And as things get easier, or if you are limited in the weights that you have, just do more repetitions. Once you get to 15, maybe start slowing the reps down a little bit on the way down to make it harder, or add a pause at the bottom. And once you cover those things, pushing and pulling in all directions, and making sure that you're not doing too much by sticking to maybe 3 to 4 sets of those 8 to 12 repetitions for those 4 to 6 exercises, it might not be the most scientifically based, most effective program ever, but it's going to probably be pretty safe, and it's going to be more effective than not doing anything. And that's actually, that program right there is going to be more effective than what a lot of online programs are going to get you, because I essentially just told you the foundation of how I program somebody who's a new client for me. We obviously focus on things that are pertinent to that person's needs based off of their fitness assessment and what their goals are. But just generally working with new people, I try to push and pull in all directions, make sure that they work a lot on their stability. So we do a lot of work with dumbbells and with slowing reps down and pausing things, which maybe you're probably doing at home because a lot of you don't have barbells. So you're working with dumbbells. We do typically 3 sets, sometimes 4. The repetitions are somewhere between 8 and 12, and I try to get them to move in a variety of different directions. From there, that's kind of me teaching the language, my language of fitness, and they get used to my cueing and the way that I want things to look. And then we can start getting into, do we want to build your work capacity, or do you want to build muscle, or do you want to get stronger, do you want to get faster? And you can kind of branch from there. But you can definitely start off with something very simple like that, and just mix up the movements each time you do it, or mix up the movements every 4 weeks, and you can make yourself a really good program by just sticking to those principles that are kind of true for just about any functional fitness program. But if you need help with that, I would love to look over your program. Just send it to me, Johnny, Jonny, at straightshottraining.com. I'd love to see what you come up with when it comes to your workout. And trust me, it would take me just a couple of seconds to look over it and maybe give you some suggestions. I love doing this. I love not just teaching movement, but teaching people how to teach themselves about both movement and programming. And I don't feel like that as long as you're not going out there and trying to sell your programs and stuff, if you're not a trainer, I have no problem with you making up your own workouts. I think that trainers should teach people how to make their own workouts. I think it's important for people to learn, but any help you need, please reach out. If you are looking for a program that's already made for you, you don't have to think about a thing. You get the email and you go down the list from warm up all the way through the strength into the cool down. Everything's written out for you: sets, reps, rest periods, demo videos. I want you to try Straight Shot Training. Your first month is free, so you don't have to pay anything for your first month. You get 6 workouts a week. Every exercise has a demo video, so you know exactly what you're doing. I give recommendations on what to do if you don't have certain pieces of equipment, and you get access to a private Facebook group. I just did a live video in that group this morning explaining the workouts coming up for this next training cycle that starts this week, and all of that is included in that free month of Straight Shot. After that, it's just $21 a month. So that's less than you pay for a half hour with a personal trainer. You get a whole month of workouts delivered to your inbox. The workouts change up every week. They look a little bit different. And every 6 weeks, we change what we're focusing on the workout so we can continue to progress in your fitness by systematically addressing different aspects of it, while at the same time maintaining the aspects that we've worked on in previous training cycles. So I would love for you to try it out. straightshottraining.com. Click on free month at the top, or scroll down to the bottom and click Let's Get Started. And that will take you to a page where you can get signed up for your free month. You get that email almost immediately. You get a welcome email and your workouts email. And then after that, every Sunday morning at 6 a.m., you get those workouts delivered to your inbox. If you were looking for something that's more personalized, I do offer personalized programming. Just message me, Jonny, Jonny, at straightshottraining.com, or message me on whatever social media platform you would like to, just by searching Straight Shot Training on that platform. And I could make you a custom program exactly around what equipment you have at home, what your goals are, we can even address nutrition as part of that. We can talk about that as well. I have a couple of those that I'm working on this week, but I'm always accepting new clients with that. And I would love to work with you and give you something. If you need some personalized programming, please reach out and we can chat about that. So thank you so much for listening. I hope this has been helpful for you to figure out how to keep things rolling with your program. If you're working with a trainer, again, please stay in touch with your trainer. Reach out to them, see what you can do when it comes to training with them. I've been talking to as many trainers as I can, both locally and across the United States, just through social media, talking to trainers, because all of us are in this same boat together. And I don't think that helping somebody else succeed takes away from anybody else's success, including my own as a personal trainer. So I really want to help my training friends make it through this, because this has been a very, very hard time for us. So training friends, hang in there. You guys are doing awesome. Any help that I can give you, if you are a personal trainer, please reach out to me. I have some ideas that I might be able to throw your way on how I can help you as a personal trainer. And to all of you who are listening and checking in with me and your trainers, and keeping up with us on by phone call and text and social media and email, we really, really appreciate it. We can't wait to see you back in the gym or virtually, whatever the next weeks hold, because we have no clue. It is very, very weird ground. We're not really knowing where we're at with our jobs week to week as trainers, and so we are social people, obviously, because we are in this line of work, and we really appreciate you all supporting us and keeping up with us. So thank you so much for listening, and I hope you all have a great week.